To make this adorable Halloween decor piece, I started with 2 Dollar Tree 8-inch wall hanging signs and 4 of their dustpans with the pole attached. I removed the pole from the dustpan and then used pliers to remove the screw-in piece from the bottom of the pole. I left the handle at the top of the pole as is. Next, I removed the hanger from the back of the wall hanging and then proceeded to paint both the inside and outside with black spray paint. Before going outside, I also grabbed 4 of the Dollar Tree plastic mini cordial glasses, which I also painted with the black spray paint. As those pieces dried, I went back to the dustpans and removed the stickers and added a brick of floral foam, attaching it with hot glue to the inside of one of the dustpans, right underneath the lip. I then added some E6000 glue to the sides of the dustpan, as well as the upper semicircle where the pole was attached. Next, I took a second dustpan and added some hot glue right under the lip of that dustpan, and then also added more hot glue to the first dustpan at the corners where the foam brick was. And then placed the second dustpan on top of the first, allowing the glue to completely dry before taking some green spray paint and painting the entire piece. While those dried, I took one of these Dollar Tree witch leg door hangers and cut the legs off from the holder. I also cut off the shoes from the bottom of the legs. I then stuffed the legs with some of this spider web cotton, but any stuffing would do here. Now, going back to the painted wall hangings and plastic glasses, I took some E6000 glue and glued the 4 glasses to each corner of one of the wall hangings. And then there was one more piece to paint with the green spray paint, and that was this cone-shaped floral foam, also from Dollar Tree. Once the glue was set on the wall hanging and glasses piece, I flipped it over and began gluing the 4 poles from the dustpans into each of the interior corners using both hot glue and E6000. Going back to the dustpans that were painted green, I used the pieces from this foam craft kit to create a face. As for some hair, these Dollar Tree headbands with wild orange tubes make a great choice. I simply cut off the ends of the headband and stuck those directly into the floral foam that was previously glued between the dustpans. Next, I went back again to that foam craft kit and picked out some purple foam to create some wispy bangs. For the body and dress of our little Halloween creation, I used some Dollar Tree Halloween paper lanterns in purple with a bat design on top. These are great because they actually light up with some batteries that you place in the bottom. Next, I took 2 foam circles from that same foam craft kit and hot glued them to the top of 2 of the lanterns. I then affixed 2 Velcro stickers to the top of each so that these lanterns can still come apart to change the batteries and turn them on and off. One side of the Velcro dot will go on the sticker and the other side will go on the bottom of the lantern so that these 2 pieces can be joined together. Now back to those stuffed witch's legs, which I'm going to glue on one end and then use another piece of that green foam to create little hands by just freeform drawing the hand and then cutting out. I will then glue one of the hands to the end of one of the stockings and then repeat on the other side. These new arms and hands will then be hot glued to the interior of the other wall hanging that was painted black. Next, a Dollar Tree purple witch's hat makes the perfect topper. I'm going to go ahead and stuff those with some Dollar Tree bags and then add some wood dowels to the sides. 2 additional wood dowels will be inserted at the bottom of the dustpans, making sure to insert also into the floral foam brick that is inside. And then the painted cone-shaped foam creates a perfect neck. And once it is glued into the dowels, the bottom part can be glued onto the top of the painted wall hanging that has the arms attached. Next, the feet are glued onto the bottom to the front of the forward-facing glued-on glasses. And then it's just a matter of putting the assembled top piece consisting of the head, hat, and arms on top of the poles that are attached to the bottom piece, and then hooking your lanterns onto the underside of that top piece. And then don't forget, this little cutie also lights up for some extra festive Halloween fun. And now here is another adorable light-up Halloween decoration. I took a Dollar Tree vase and decided to coat the inside with paint. So I added some white craft paint to the vase, then thinned the paint with a little water. After mixing the two together, I swirled the thin paint around the interior of the vase, making sure to coat the entire surface. I then tapped the vase on newspaper to remove the excess paint. Once the excess paint was removed, I wiped the exterior of the vase to clean off any paint that might have gotten on the outside. Next, I applied strips of painter's tape to the vase to create stripes. I then painted between the strips with black chalk paint. Once the paint was dry, I removed the tape. I cleaned up any bleed-throughs by scraping with my fingernail and a wet paper towel. A Dollar Tree jack-o'-lantern paper lantern makes the perfect topper, transforming this Dollar Tree painted vase into a charming, vintage-style Halloween lamp. Here is another fun Halloween decor idea using Dollar Tree items. I took 2 of these candlesticks and 2 candy jars, and then 2 light-up wands. First, I removed the rubber jewel embossed top from the wand, which I will spray paint along with the candlesticks and the candy jar lids with some gold spray paint. Next, I took some water jewels, which are available in the floral section at craft stores, or Dollar Tree does sometimes sell. They come as tiny pellets but expand into squishy balls in water. For this project, I added 1 teaspoon of jewels to 1 cup of water. I also added some unsweet tea to add color. In about a half an hour, the jewels expand into tiny clear balls, and the tea gives that aged look. But you can use food dye to add other colors that you might like. The expanded jewels become an excellent medium for suspending creepies and crawlies in your jars. Spiders and other plastic items work well and can easily be arranged. However, when submerging air-filled items like balls, you will need to poke holes and fill the cavity with water to get those items to stay underwater and stop them from popping to the surface. Returning now to the pieces I sprayed with the gold paint, I'm going to take the candy jar lid and paint the nub on the top with black paint. Next, I'm going to thin the paint with a little water and then gently paint just the raised edges of the candlesticks and also here and there on the surface to create a more aged look. For the jewel topper, I'm going to paint one section at a time, covering the entire section with the diluted paint, then go back and gently remove the paint from the raised surfaces. I'll do a similar treatment to the remaining gold part of the jar lid, painting sections of the lid with the diluted black paint, then gently remove the paint from the raised surface, leaving black paint in the crevices. Once all of my gold pieces were aged, I used some E6000 glue to attach the jewel topper to the lid and the candy jar to the candlestick. To make one of my jars a little taller, I painted and distressed a pet food can and then glued that under one of my candlesticks. And with that, all of my pieces were ready. Fill with treats or the creepy or crawly of your choice, and you have a wonderful Halloween decor piece.